Hey, Coach.
Hello.
Thought you might be in here.
Yes.
We just stopped by to ask you a few questions. Is that okay?
Sure.
How are you today?
I'm doing great, thanks.
What was something great that happened this summer?
Something great that happened this summer. Well, my oldest son made the high school golf team. That's pretty great.
Awesome. What are you most excited about with the school year starting up?
Just having a new group of players, a hungry group of players ready to get going and get started with practice.
Is it true that you were on the cover of Sports Illustrated?
Yes, it is.
What was that like?
It's pretty awesome.
What motivates you to be great?
Well, I think as a player, I was pretty self-motivated, but now that I'm coaching, it's my players that motivate me to want to be great.
What's the most challenging part of coaching a new team?
Just trying to build chemistry and build trust in each other and trust in the coaching staff.
Is losing good?
Well, I want to say no, but sometimes if it helps us get better, it's not the worst thing in the world.
What was your favorite WNBA city?
I love playing in New York.
What's the best place that basketball has ever taken you to?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'd have to say probably Italy or Spain.
Man-to-man or zone?
Man.
What about out of bounds, man-to-man or zone?
Ooh, I would always say man in the past, but the last couple of years I have to say zone.
What's your proudest accomplishment?
Being a mother.
What's the hardest thing you've ever done?
Having my kids.
When you think about your college career, what's the first game that comes to mind?
Our 1995 national championship in Minneapolis.
Who was your favorite teammate to play with?
Jamel Elliott.
Who is a player you always wanted to play with?
I don't know. I feel like I got to play, getting a chance to play with Rebecca was an awesome experience, so I don't know that I have an answer to that.
What is your favorite arena you ever played in?
Madison Square Garden.
What is your favorite arena you ever coached in?
I'd have to say probably when I had a chance to go back and coach in Gamble Pavilion at UConn.
How do you describe your coaching style?
Passionate, intense.
What is your biggest pet peeve?
I would have to say people's airplane etiquette.
What is your biggest fear in basketball?
I hate the thought that I would fail my players and not be able to get them to play their best. That's my biggest fear.
What is your biggest fear outside of basketball?
Sharks. Well, let's move a little bit here if that's okay with you guys.
That's fine. What is something you want to be remembered for?
I want to be remembered for being a coach who not only was successful, but also was somebody who was a mentor and cared a lot about their players.
What do you love most about Washington, D.C.?
I love the size of the city, I love the energy, and I love that there's so much to do.
What is your favorite part about coaching basketball?
The opportunity to impact somebody else's life, having a chance to have all the success I had as a player because of my coaches. I love that I every day get to wake up and have that kind of impact on someone else.
What advice do you have for aspiring college athletes?
I think just, finding that passion that makes you want to be accountable for your own success and getting up every day with a determination to be better.
What advice do you have for aspiring professional athletes?
Well, that's a tough one because it's a very small percentage of people that get to play professional basketball. But if it's what you want to do, then pursue your dream, find somebody who can help you accomplish that goal.
How would you describe the state of the women's game?
I think it's pretty great right now. I think it's getting better every year and it's exciting.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
If you ask my family, I'm not much of a singer, so I'm not sure that I have a go-to song, but it would probably have to be something that the Indigo Girls sings.
What show are you watching right now?
Well, my husband and I are actually watching Designated Survivor.
What is your favorite book?
My favorite book is Trinity by Leon Uris, and that's actually where I named my second son, Connor, after the main character in that book.
Who is your favorite author?
That's a tough one. I'd have to say my favorite good writing author is Ayn Rand, but I really kind of will read anything by anybody as long as it's interesting and fictional.
What is your favorite movie?
My favorite movie is, I'm going to have to say, Steel Magnolias. So, well, let's head over to the Smith Center. This beautiful day here in DC.
It's gorgeous today. Coach, do you get nervous before games?
Of course.
What's the toughest place to play in the A10?
Well, I think the toughest and best place to play is probably Dayton because they have a great crowd and they're a great rivalry of ours.
What's it like coaching the women's national team?
It's humbling and unbelievably awesome.
What does a perfect summer day look like?
Well, I would have to say that it would have to include a body of water, either some kind of pool or beach setting, my family, and some cold beverages.
What's your favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Who has been your biggest supporter?
Well, I would say over the course of my life and career, my husband, Bill Sullivan, and as my biggest fan would have to be my older brother, Tom Rizzotti.
Who got you started playing basketball?
My dad.
What's your favorite food?
Chocolate.
Who's your favorite musical artist?
I don't know that I can say I have a favorite. I love the Indigo Girls, I love Pearl Jam, I love U2. So Dave Matthews, I like a little bit of everything.
If you weren't coaching basketball, what would you be doing?
I don't know. I went to school for biology. I probably would not be doing something in that field though.
Are you a morning person or a night person?
I'd have to say I'm a middle of the day person.
Who is the most impressive person in your life?
The most impressive person in my life. I don't know. I'm pretty lucky to have a lot of impressive people, but I'd have to probably go with my parents.
What is one sport other than basketball that you love to watch?
I love watching, it's funny, this has changed. Probably football, and now that my kids are into golf, I love watching golf.
What is one place that you'd love to visit?
Australia.
What's your spirit animal?
Tiger.
What's the best gift you've ever received?
My engagement ring.
What's the best gift you've ever given?
I'm a pretty good gift giver, but I like to give experiences. So whenever I've surprised my husband with friends or experiences for his birthday, those are probably my favorite gifts.
What's your favorite board game?
Board game. I like playing Cranium with my kids.
What number did you wear in college?
I wore number 21.
Why did you choose that?
Because my high school number 22 wasn't available, and it was the closest number they had.
Who is someone who always makes you laugh?
My husband.
If you could have played another sport, what would it be?
I don't know, maybe soccer.
If you could eat only one meal for the rest of your life, what would that be?
Breakfast.
What was the last show that you DVR'd?
I don't really DVR.
What do you think about roller coasters?
Love them.
When did you learn that Santa isn't maybe real?
4th grade.
When did your kids learn that about Santa?
I'm not really sure because I don't think they told me, but probably around the same age.
What's your go-to coffee order?
Just Dunkin' Donuts with cream and sugar.
Can you tell us something about you that will surprise us?
Well, when I was younger, I lived in Tokyo, Japan, and now I get a chance to go back as the assistant Olympic coach to Tokyo next summer.
That's pretty cool. What's something that you do that embarrasses your kids?
Any kind of public affection, hugging or kissing them in front of other people.
What's one thing you have to do before you go to bed every night?
Read.
What's a habit you're trying to break?
Staying up too late in the summer.
What's your most used emoji?
Flat line, straight face.
What's your favorite place to eat in DC?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Probably anywhere either down at the wharf or Georgetown waterfront.
What's your favorite quote?
I don't know if I have a favorite quote, but one that I kind of live my life by is the harder you work, the luckier you get.
Why GW?
There's a lot of reasons. I could go on and on all day, but location, conference, academic reputation, basketball tradition, and a legacy of excellence.
That was a lot. Do you think we missed anything?
I don't think so. 73 questions, I think we're good.
Awesome. Thanks, Coach.